Alright, so there's been a change in recording times. We've got a lot of things kind of going on right now. So this is the, I don't know if I talked about this or not. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. This is a 2003, early 03, 7.3 F250 Power Stroke. We don't get a lot of these trucks at all, ever. In fact, it's a real big rarity to actually get a 7.3 here, because again, most people don't really care to fix them. Granted, I'm not the world's cheapest person, but I also don't like doing things half-assed, and it's just not my big preference. And you know, a lot of the guys who own 7.3s typically, you know, most 7, I mean, because they're cheap, right? I mean, they run forever, they don't require a whole lot of attention, they run broken, and you know, be as it may, some people don't like spending a lot of money on these. This truck here has, it will not go in park. So I don't know if there's an issue with the linkage up here on the shifter, which I'm pretty sure there already is, or if it's a transmission issue. I'm betting on the linkage. It's losing coolant, which I'm pretty sure it's the radiator, because when the truck got dropped off, it's a very slowly. You can see like the tank here, it's like kind of all crusty, so it's like the gasket underneath the plastic tank is just leaking. I mean, yeah, it's probably the original radiator, so that would make it, what, almost 23 years old. So I mean, nothing lasts forever, right? It's got 180K on it. Front end was rebuilt 15 years ago. I think this guy's damn near had this truck since it was brand new. Pretty sure. So we're gonna see if it starts, number one. Hopefully it does. So we need to move it out of the way. It needs a serpentine belt. It's got some slack in the steering he wants us to take a look at. Pretty sure it's going to need a gearbox. You know, most people don't replace them. It's going to need a gearbox and a steering shaft. Not the, you know, most perfect truck in the world, but I mean, you know, again, these things run broken, they run forever. That's just, they don't make a lot of power, but I mean, they'll stay running, and I'll give them that. Again, anybody who knows me, I'm not the biggest 7.3 fan. In fact, I really despise these trucks because it's 445 cubic inches of slowness and no horsepower. So even if you put a, this truck does have a chip in it, but I mean, still with these trucks chipped, they're nothing impressive. It's going to hurt some people's feelings. Don't really care. Again, it's just an opinion, so don't take it too hard. But that's what we're going to do. With this one, we're just going to fire it up right now and move it out of the way. We have a warranty job. If anybody who remembers the 2018 L5P GMC, we rebuilt, had a cracked piston. The second piston of that engine's cracked, so we're gonna, it's got a little front main seal leak. We're gonna go ahead and get it taken care of, because, well, we do back our warranties here. So that's what we're gonna do. So let's grab the keys and see if this thing starts. All right. All right. Right now it shows it's in park. It's actually in reverse. So let's see. We got power. Little glow plug symbol, so we'll put it one gear down. I think this is neutral. Let the glow plug symbol go away. Could it be we have a glow plug module that's or solenoid that's bad? We'll cycle the glow plugs 2 more times. It's really not that cold right now. It's about 50 degrees. Oddly enough, there's a can of starting fluid here. I hope we don't have to use that. Oh, and the radio doesn't work. That's the other thing. Probably just the radio itself. But let's see. Come on, cycle off. Hey! Oh, she's smoky. Oh, I gotta see it in the mirror. Oh, that's. Hello. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, these old 7.3s. Oh yeah, definitely got a miss. Then we'll just, you know, of course, granted, this truck's got brand new glow plugs, right? We put on new glow plugs in it. This is this 2018 GMC. Ooh, hello. First cycle, give me the clear, give me the clear. Hey! Like a champ! Oh. Beautiful, beautiful. Those with the Morimoto headlights in it. We did put different wheels on it since the last time it was here. Those look really good, RDC wheels. Good looking GMC. I'm not even a GM guy, and I would definitely love to have a truck like this. Super nice, looks good. Good combination, not overdone, not lifted too high, not too low. Hey. Beautiful truck. And of course, you know, my hoop thief been sitting here for the better part of 2 weeks. Not bad. A little bit. Not much. Alright, so park should be reverse. Reverse should be park. Let's release the parking brake here. Alright. Jesus Christ. So there we go, there's reverse. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's up here. It's a linkage up here. It's probably busted up. I'm just surprised the dang thing started. Oh, it's got 270 on it. My bad. I thought it was 170. 271,956.5 miles on the clock. Probably just ought to let it run for a little bit, honestly. But nah, I don't have much coolant's in it. So, oh, let's reverse. Let's just leave it neutral. Parking brake again. There we go. Oh, that's why you can't. That's right. Of course, you can't take the key out of it. All right. Cool. Let's grab a big girl here. Put her up on the deck. Hopefully, we can get this done today. Be ideal. This is not a Denali, but it's like as nice as a Denali, I guess. It's the, how does GMC do it? Is it SLT? Something like that. Nice aftermarket radio here. That looks real good. Nice big screen. I remember we put the engine in this truck. It had 70,000 miles, so it's at 110, 489. So she's definitely more than broke in now. Oh, it even shows you the tire angle on the screen. What the hell? The pitch. Man, it's bougie. Shows you a two-wheel drive high. Your freaking GPS location. Man, this thing's really fancy. Wow. Now, this guy does like nice things. No mail. This is one of definitely my favorite Duramaxes for sure. It looks good, drives good, especially even for being in, like I said, I'm not a big fan of lifted dualies, just because, like in my opinion, you know, dualies they're dualies, right? I'm not a big fan of lifting these trucks, but like a little bit of a lift is not too bad with some wheels and tires. I'm trying to climb out of this thing. Pop the hood, see if it's still as beautiful as I remember it to be. This does have a bigger turbo. It's got the full WC piping kit and everything. See, we did change all this out. Look at that. Pretty. Very pretty. Yeah, you can see a little bit of the oil flinging up here. Yeah, stuff like that we got to take care of. If I remember correctly, getting all this stuff out is a real pain in the rear end. Hopefully we don't have to touch the coolant system. We might have to though in order to get the fan shrouds out of the truck. Yeah, see a whole lot of room here. Got the full WC kit. I don't remember. I think this one was, yeah, this is a factory intake horn, so this was already here. He just had everything powder coated. Again, the turbo is aftermarket. It's not the original turbo. The WC intake kit, WC coolant lines. I think it's just the upper. I'm pretty sure the lower is still factory. WC charge pipes on both the hot side and cold side. Still got factory injectors. This one we believe that the tuning on the truck, it was very aggressive. Timing was pretty damn high. And because of that, we believe that is why it cracked both pistons. I think the first time it cracked number 6, and the last time it came here it cracked number 5. And there was like already another one that was cracking as it was when I pulled it apart. So we went ahead and we put D-lip pistons in it, Cerakoted. It's got brand new heads on it because I'm not a big fan of reusing heads like that, especially when they're aluminum and they've gone through that kind of trauma. So we went ahead and replaced. It's got brand new heads on it. Crank was balanced. We cut the groove in the crank because it also almost spun the cam gear. So the crank gear and cam gears are keyed. So that's a thing of the past. It's a pretty known issue on the L5Ps. Also on the new Power Strokes. They're real bad about spinning gears. That's taken care of. Of course, the bigger turbo, which these trucks can handle because they can push the fuel, and that's why these things are freaking absolute hosses. What else did we do to this thing? So at the factory cam, we did put new lifters in it, I'm pretty sure. I mean, same, really didn't have to change a whole lot. It is head studded, but you can't tell because all the studs are, well, I guess you can. Yeah, there's like a, you can see one there, kind of, maybe. It's got ARP studs in it because, you know, as anyone who knows me, again, unless the customer particularly requests that we do head bolts, it's going to get studs. People have their opinions on it. I've heard Gil Banks talk, you know, talk about studs and they don't give any give and blah, 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 blah. I don't really give a shit. You want more pressure on there either way, especially with a head that flexes as much as an aluminum head. It just only makes sense. So everybody's got an opinion, just like they got assholes. I'm a believer in the studs. They work, they're better, they last longer, and they're reusable, unlike bolts. So that's what we did. But yeah, it's a brand new motor, overhauled at 70 something. I have to look at the actual sheets on this thing. I think it's 70 something thousand miles. We rebuilt this engine. It is on TikTok. And I think I also did, it is on YouTube too. We did record this one. But yeah, I mean, that's really it. I mean, it's still got a factory fuel system because these trucks do have a lip pump. That's really it though. That's it. That's GMC. So we're gonna dive into it. We're gonna tear all this apart. We'll have to pull this off. He wants to look at the horn too. I think the horn said it sounds kind of feminine. I think one of the horns are going bad. Pull this off. We're gonna pull the shrouds off. We gotta pull the belt. We gotta pull the fan, clutch, which that should come off pretty easy because I am a big fan of greasing the threads on those. That way they don't get in a bind. I like to have stuff come out easier. We'll pull the air box out, pull the intake off. Like I said, hopefully we shouldn't have to dick with any of this stuff. We probably will have to though, unfortunately, but at least they put drain cocks on these trucks. So yeah, so we're at, oh, we got an oil leak too. Look at that, 7.3 leaking oil. Mention that. That's a pretty good amount of leak though for a 7.3. Like, I mean good because that's not a lot. Normally they leave puddles like swimming pool size. So that's what we're gonna do. Take a look at this thing. Everything looks good though. I don't see anything really concerning, which is good to see. I like to see less concerning things when I look at these trucks. But yeah, we did think we did do a new degas bottle too with this one because the level sensor was faulty. Pretty common issue with really any of these trucks. Rams are just as bad. These are just as bad. So, all right, let's dive into this old thing and fix it. That way we can get on to this 7.3 because we lose money working on stuff like this to the warranty. But like I say, we take care of our customers. We own up to what we do. We're a big fan. I'm a real big fan of, you know, making it right. So it is under warranty, so we'll take care of it. Although technically I think it might be out of warranty. I don't really remember. Either way, we found the issue within warranty, and it's just because our schedules have not aligned. Because again, I do have a regular job that I work shift work with, and he also works shift work. So, and he's been hunting a lot because, well, he likes to go to the. I think that's. I think he leaves next weekend too. I was trying to do this next week. I had more time, but yeah, that's where we're at. So let's get into it. Alright, so the GMC is done. I had to leave out the parts on the bottom because I can't really record. It's hard to record like putting the front seal in and everything, just because I have to like put the camera up here, and there's like, I don't know, everything in the way. Just kind of didn't feel like screwing with it, so we got to seal it. I got the seal in, got everything back together. Cleaned up some of the piping too, just because it's too pretty not to. So it's done. So we let this thing run for a while. Obviously, we know we need glow plugs. We need a glow plug solenoid. It's probably never been changed, honestly, on this thing. Judging by the bolts and everything on those, I'd say it's been a minute since they've been touched. And actually, those solenoids might even be the right solenoids. Probably start changing those first. But we got a little bit of residual heat on this thing, so we know we need a serpentine belt. So we recommend that, and we recommend the tensioners. How much they'll do, I don't know. I know we need a gearbox. I'm going to go ahead and say a steering shaft, just because I'm sure the bushings are shot, which you really can't even see because everything's in the way. Down there, if you can tell, it's all wet. The oil cooler gasket is leaking. Find the creeper real quick. I don't even know. Did I put it back? Of course I did. So we know it's leaking there. It's a pretty good leak too. It's quite, there's fresh oil there, so we know the oil cooler is leaking, so it needs to have that resealed. The injectors seem to be firing fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and hook up the coolant pressure test kit. What? Oh, that's the part of the serpentine. I was like, what the hell is that? That's the other part of it. I'll look at the coolant pressure test kit. We're gonna pressure test the system, see how that looks, how it feels. You got oil in the valley. Turbo pedestal's leaking like a freaking sieve. Good lord. It's like, I don't know if the camera will pick that up. Let's see if it can. You can kind of see how wet it is back there. Of course, the camera screen and what will be on the computer screen will be different tell, but it's leaking from both the pedestal rod, so that it controls the back pressure, butterfly, and it's also leaking, hard to tell from here, but it is leaking from the turbo O-rings where the turbo mounts to the pedestal. Let's see. Get on this side. Crankcase filter, the mister has got a little bit of leak. A big surprise there. I don't really see any big coolant leaks over here. It's like a little bit of a line on the side of the water pump. It could be a thing, could not be a thing. Water pump does look quite aged. So there's that. To get up in the valley to see if it's, I'm sure there's another leak. I'm sure there's more. There's always more, right? So high pressure oil pump may not be leaking. The gasket looks pretty good from what I can tell, which is good. That's a big one to leak on these trucks, as anybody who's owned a 7.3 knows. It's actually probably the most famous gasket leak really on the 01s, 02 trucks. Real notorious. You can see in there. Yeah, ICP has been changed at some point. IPR looks like it's factory. That'll be good to replace. You know, IPR is 23 years old. Ain't gonna last forever, right? So it is a magnet style regulator. So it uses a magnet to actuate, and those magnets get weak. So as the 6.4 is even shown with the fuel pressure regulator. Now granted, that is a lot more resistance it has to work against. We're talking, you know, up to 24,000 pounds. This thing, we're only talking up to 3,500 pounds. So major difference, right? But yeah, not too bad. It's one of the better ones I've seen, especially with 270,000 freaking miles on this old girl. And of course, we got to figure out how I'm going to park. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to climb underneath the truck. Got the parking brake set. I parked it up on the ledge like this for a reason. So I'm going to go underneath the truck, pop the cable off, rack the transmission all the way back to park, and then I'm going to release the parking brake and see if the truck will actually go in the park gear, which will tell me the park pawl is good in the transmission, which I hope it is. I shouldn't have to touch anything in there, right? If it is the park pawl, then that's a transmission shop issue. I really don't feel like screwing with that. I have a good transmission shop here I recommend, Butcher's Transmission in Dickinson off Dietz Road. Super good. But if it is not a park pawl issue, it's more than likely a cable issue, as we already suspect. and we'll have to change that, and that's a real pain in the ass. So you got to pull the column out and all that BS. So no biggie. So that's what we're gonna do. Is I'm gonna look at that real quick. So let's pressure test the system. Get my creeper. I'm gonna crawl underneath here and see. I mean, obviously the oil cooler is the biggest leak, biggest hot pot leak. I'm sure the bellows are leaking on the up pipes because 7.3, you know, it's probably all original. So, but yeah, that's what we're gonna look at. So let's take a look and see what's going on and go from there.